And here to talk to you about that is the current president of the GIKIA Institute Alumni Association, Barrister Engr Habil Ahmed Khan. He couldn't join in person, flights ka issue tha, but he is kindly here with us online. So Habil, you can hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Ishaq, you can start me.
Dr. Fazal Khalid, GIKIAA, Mr. GIKI Reunion, Executive Director, SOPREST, Prorectors, Deans, Faculty Members, and last but not the least, alumni of the last 30 years, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu Alaikum. I hope you all can hear me and I am audible over there. First of all, I would like to welcome you all to this momentous occasion to celebrate the 30th anniversary of GIKIAA, an institute on whose platform we have stood tall throughout our professional careers, gaining recognition nationally and internationally, and cherishing it as our alma mater. Although I cannot join you today due to some professional and personal travels, I am with you in spirit, and my heart and thoughts are deeply embedded with you. We embark today on a journey of self-discovery in which we will reflect upon the moments that shaped us as individuals and the contributions that we have made to the legacy of our alma mater. As we reunite to celebrate 30 years of growth, achievement, and friendship, I would request you to please rediscover and reunite and re-engage with each other to foster memories which will resonate with us for years to come. Given the short period of time which has been allocated for our speech today, for about 10 minutes, I would like to simply move through to our presentation, focusing on the key areas and the slides that I would like to share with everyone. I hope everyone can see the slides. The GIKIAA Alumni Association was founded in 2003, and from its humble beginnings, through the first president, Irfan Chaudhary, and Mr. Junaid Kareem, who is also like an elder brother to me, the work that they've done built the organization and took it to new heights. And we stand today in 2023 where we have raised almost about 32.4 million, supporting 52 students. A further 7 million has been pledged, and almost 10 million has been donated for the endowment fund in which the first seed funded by the endowment has been set up. We now have an improved global network structure and established chapter chairs, whereas we have been interacting throughout with different areas and students, alumni in different regions of the world to establish these layers within which we have chapters and which can actually improve our engagement. Working committees have been established which will further help us in doing the good work that we have been doing for the last many years. We've also established the GIKIAA Alumni Association merchandising store online, which will help us raise funds. We've also formed a collaboration with Jazz Cash. We've signed MOUs with Pepra, the Doubt Foundation. These are all activities that have been spoken about in more depth in the coming slides, so I will move forward with that. Just to introduce to you our team, Mohammed Fazal Khan is our treasurer from batch 15, Farooq Zaman, our vice president of marketing from batch 2, Zain Hassan, vice president student affairs from batch 2, Ms. Amna Shahid, vice president global batch 14, and last but not the least, Mr. Abid Javed, our office manager, who is the heart and soul of the organization. We have representation globally across all major industries, companies, academic and government institutions within and outside Pakistan. Our email distribution list stands at about 2,500 plus. We have LinkedIn members at about 3,580 plus, Facebook groups at about 5,000 plus. Global regional coordinators have now increased to almost about 52, whereas they stood at about 30, 32 last year. Chapter chairs have increased to 65, starting from 12, and we have batch point contacts almost about 83. There are multiple WhatsApp groups through which we engage with our alumni across the globe in trying to raise funds, engage them through activities that we have and the channels that we use for our social media. These are some of the venues that we use for our social media engagement, including Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Google Workspace, Twitter, and Slack. Just to give you an idea about the operational or working of the GIKIAA Alumni Association, these are the 5 main ways in which the Institute is organized. We have the Alumni Association, which also gives representation in SOCUS with the Institute. Then we have a general body and advising groups such as the think tank, which helps us in taking new initiatives each year. The global organization or program has been revised, in which we have added more regional coordinators and more chapter chairs, whereas the president and the executive committee overlook all of the activities which are taking place globally. As I shared with you, in the past we had 32 global alumni and 16 chapter chairs, whereas today it stands at about 52 with 65 chapter chairs. This is a list which has been provided online. You can also go and contact each individual in case of any, if you are traveling in that region or you have something to do with a particular chapter chair, you can look them up online and contact them directly. The link shall be shared for this presentation and for these lists at the end of this presentation. We have also recently signed an agreement with Jazz Cash, which will open another avenue of funds, of raising funds. Historically, we have always been focused on raising funds through our alumni. But this year, we have taken an initiative in which we have signed an agreement with Jazz Cash, whereby we will be able to utilize the platform and the user base that they have of almost about 1.7 million donors to raise funds for our students and utilize that for financially challenged students. So this is something that we've done this year, and hopefully it will start reaping benefits over the next few months. And if this is successful, we also aim at forging similar kind of alliances with the other telcos. We also help in bringing together GIKIAA with NEPRA and trying to establish avenues where our students can gain internships, apprenticeships, and better opportunities for employment. There was also talks about having a collaboration between GIKIAA on the same lines as the state institutions are forming with other universities across Pakistan. And this is something which has been at the core of our tenure and work that we have been doing for the last year or so, in which we're trying to help establish linkages with state institutions wherever we can to help our students, to help our alumni in getting better opportunities. We also had a meeting of our business group this year. We do intend to establish a business council while also establishing a business network within the alumni. These are two separate and distinct just groups that we will establish in the coming days or months, and they will be focused, one will be focused on providing opportunities to the businessmen within our community to network and help each other, whereas the business council will be focused on providing to our alma mater, focusing on the institute and helping it, as we have seen the business councils do with different universities and institutes across Pakistan. I'm also pleased to share with you that this year we were able to establish the first endowment seed in the name of Sayyid Akbar Ali from Batch 1 for an amount of 10 million, which was funded by his family, his elder brother Sayyid Haris Ishaq. I am most grateful to service to the Institute, to Rector Saab, Executive Director, all of them who played a vital role in making sure that we are able to not only establish the first seed, but set a precedent and set a model which can be replicated in the days and months to come, where we can set up similar seeds and have the endowment fund functional in a manner that more and more seeds can be built and set up in this way. We already have in the pipeline almost about 3 seeds which have been pledged from the batches 1 to 4, whereas we do target to have almost about 10 seeds done by the end of the year. To share with you or give you an overview of the fundraising activities that have taken place over the last 3 years. In 2021 to 22, we raised about 26 million. In 22-23, we raised about 32 million. This year, we raised about 32.4 million, but with an additional 10 million of the endowment fund, which takes our total to 42.4 million this year. All of this money has been put to use or is being utilized to help financially challenged students achieve quality education at GIKIAA. In recent years, many batches have also started to fund their own seats through their own groups, and almost 11 scholarships and financial assistance opportunities are being supported across various batches today. In total, GIKIAA and Alumni Association has supported almost about 350 plus students to fulfill their dreams. Just to highlight some other financial initiatives that the GIKIAA and Alumni Association is taking. The first is about the FBR. We're trying to gain tax exemption from the FBR for all the donations and fundraising that we've done. And in the future, to make this process seamless, we're also partnering with Visa and MasterCard so that all our overseas donors do not have to face any challenges or tax deductions when they're making their donations to the GIKIAA Alumni Association. For financial transparency, the previous president, Mr. Junaid Khalil, engaged JASP, a reputable accountancy firm, and we have taken that forward. We're carrying on with them. They're doing wonderful work, helping us with all of these initiatives. The PCP certification is also underway, something that takes a lot of time. So our in-house legal team, my own legal team from the office and the Alumni Association, we're all focused on getting the PCP certification done, because the FBR NOCs for the tax exemptions are based on the PCP certifications that we can gain. A process which normally takes maybe a year or so. We're trying to expedite that and finish it within about 6 months. Once we have our PCP certifications, we can also get the FBR NOCs. The community services, as we have shared in the past, that the Alumni Association supports helpers, staffs and their families at the girls' hostel through their retirement and their old age years. Another initiative that we took this year is that we have approached various countries and various institutes, universities globally, to establish an international collaboration for GIKIAA. In the future, we also intend to make some international visits to the US and also the UK, where we can help meet with our alumni and also universities, helping in fundraising and also establishing linkages with key institutes. We will be sharing more details of this in the coming months. Alumni support since 2004, GIKI Alumni Association has been supporting alumni and families who have either passed away or in medical financial need to enable them to be financially independent. This is something which is very near to our hearts, and we always try to help those who are in such crisis or are challenged. The GIKIAA Foundation has been working with GIKIAA Alumni Association since 2020 and has helped us as a 501c3. It has helped us to make the transactions of the funds from the US to Pakistan, and it also has the corporate matching facility in which companies like Google and Microsoft are alumni working in them, send their money through the GIKIAA. These corporations will match that funding or those donations, which is an additional benefit for us, apart from the tax deductions or the minimum administrative charge that GIKIAA is charging. But we are exploring other options as well to set up our own 501c3, given that in the future we grow to a point where it is feasible for us to do so. Multiple feasibilities have been done on that, and for many years we have been debating that internally and externally whether to set up our own 501c3. This is something again which in due course of time will be done, and we will be sharing more information on this with you. Towards CDRs, Salman Rafi, one of our alumni, has been working with a lot of passion and heart in doing social work through the GIKIAA platform, and we are pleased to share with you that we have partnered with them for collaborating, for setting up orphanages and schools near to GIKIAA, which can help our employees, people who are working, the staff at GIKIAA, also help in garnering talent across Pakistan in these regions to come and study at institutes like GIKIAA. They also recently visited GIKIAA, in which they had a very good session with the students, and I believe have signed an MOU as well. For the merchandising, you can go to shop.gikiaalumni.org. This is our website, and still there are things which need to be improved, but it is the first step, the first initiative that we've taken in launching these products and selling them online and making them a separate source of revenue for us in the coming days. Again, coming to the structure of the organization, we have our executive committee, then we have our supporting committees, we have the Sophist board representation, we have a think tank, the children body, and ex-president's group, a group with our leads, the student club leaders, and the EC and our normal director. So these are the operational teams and the committees that we use for our operations. Opportunities that we have, the GIKIAA value story. One of the concerns that we have seen, which is a recurring concern over the past years, is the cost of the tuition fees, which is prohibitive as compared to other institutes in Pakistan. And it tends to cause a lot of negative publicity for GIKIAA, being a very expensive institute, and while other institutes are offering similar degrees and programs at cheaper costs. As the Honorable Director just shared, that in the future there are other campuses being set up across Pakistan which may help with this situation and to help in bringing down the cost. But Pakistan faces serious challenges economically, and the aftermath of that shows in GIKIAA as well, and we cannot see GIKIAA in isolation of the national politics and our economy. So these concerns, while they're valid, they remain as a challenge for us to solve in the coming days with our support, with our collective wisdom, to find a way that we can give more value for the fees that is being charged. The alumni engagement, out of 7,000 plus alumni, only 50% are enrolled at any one social media platform. The challenge has been to engage the remaining 15% alumni and include them in the activities, initiatives that we are taking globally. For that, as I shared with you, we have already increased the number of our regional coordinators by also increasing the chapter chairs. by almost 3 times or 4 times, and we do believe that in the coming days and years, with more empowerment to these chapters, to these cities, to our communities, we will be able to increase this engagement. Although a slow process, we are already focused on it, and we would welcome your support and any ideas that you would like to share with us. Volunteering and leading events and initiatives for GIKIAA Alumni Association is something which is at the forefront of our activities. Diversity and inclusion. We've always tried to support the female engineers or women engineers across Alumni and GIKIAA to promote inclusion and collaboration across teams. One of the MOUs that we signed with the Dowd Foundation was particularly to support more female engineers to get apprenticeships and jobs with the leading these corporations across Pakistan. This is something that we have been working on, and local chapters and structures within and outside Pakistan have been engaged to improve the situation. At the end, I would like to share a few snapshots of the get-togethers that we've had across the world in trying to improve engagement, share with them or disseminate information about all the activities that have been taking place, and try to build a stronger community in which we have more networking. So these are just snapshots of that from various parts of the world: Dallas, ASA, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Reading, UK, in Oslo, in London, in Jeddah, Al-Qabat, ASA, and these are just snapshots of some of the activities that have taken place over the last year. At the end, I would like to thank all of you for your support. I would like to thank the organizing committee for organizing such a wonderful reunion today. I would like to thank the administration. I would like to thank Sobras. And last but not least, I would like to thank all of our alumni across the world. Without whose support, we could not be able to do what we are doing. So thank you once again.